You wake up, and for a second, you forget what day it is. Then your brain catches up. Work, calendar, bills. That same direct deposit that somehow disappears like it never existed. And here's the part that messes with people. You're not lazy, you're not bad with money, and you're definitely not alone. You can be earning more than your parents ever did and still feel like you're one surprise expense away from panic. And if that's you, this is going to feel uncomfortable because what's happening isn't random. It's a trap, not a conspiracy, not a cartoon villain twisting a mustache. A system that quietly turns salaries into dependency and dependency into a lifetime of almost. Let me introduce you to Alex. Alex is 32. Good job, solid company, gets praised for being reliable. Alex makes $78,000 a year. That sounds like made it, right? But the truth is, Alex's life runs on a single fragile thread, the next paycheck. Every 2 weeks, money hits the account, then immediately breaks apart into pieces that are already promised to someone else. Rent, car payment, insurance, utilities, groceries, subscriptions that started as free trials. By the time Alex looks up, there's barely anything left. Not because Alex is reckless, but because the system doesn't just take your money. It takes it in a way your brain barely feels. Here's the first trap. Fragmentation. If you got paid once a year and watched $78,000 arrive, and then watched $77,000 leave, you'd panic. You'd change your life immediately. But that's not how it happens. It arrives in small doses. It leaves in even smaller ones. So you don't experience it as an emergency. You experience it as normal. And the system loves normal. Because normal people don't rebel. Normal people adapt. Normal people say things like, once I get a raise, I'll start saving. Once things calm down, I'll invest. Once I pay off this one thing. But once never shows up on the calendar. Now we hit trap number 2, and this one is brutal because it feels like progress. Lifestyle inflation. Alex gets a raise, not a crazy one, maybe 8%. Alex thinks, finally, breathing room. But then something happens, quietly, almost automatically. A slightly better apartment, a slightly nicer car, more delivery, a few upgrades that feel deserved. And suddenly, the raise is gone. Not because Alex is weak, because human beings are wired to do this. We measure progress as moving up, not as getting free. So we build a life that requires the next paycheck to survive. And that's when the salary becomes something else, not income, a leash. Let's pause and do a thought experiment. Imagine you wake up tomorrow and you're done. You quit. No dramatic speech, no viral resignation, you just stop. How long can you survive before panic hits? Be honest. 1 month? 2? 3? If your answer is less than 3 months, you're not experiencing security. You are experiencing a comfortable cage. And the scariest part? From the outside, your life looks successful. From the inside, it feels like you're constantly one step behind.
When you rely only on a salary, you work for your money. You trade your finite hours for survival. And when the money stops, your life stops. This is why the most dangerous myth we're told isn't that money is evil. It's this: a good job will make you wealthy. A job can make you stable. It can give you a great life. But by itself, a job rarely makes you free. Because freedom doesn't come from income. It comes from ownership. Ownership of assets, ownership of your time, ownership of your options. And this is where most people get it tragically wrong. They think the solution is just earning more. So they chase promotions, they grind, they hustle, they optimize their lives down to the second. And yes, earning more helps. But if your expenses rise right along with your income, all you've done is build a bigger, more comfortable cage. A person earning $250,000 a year can be more trapped than someone earning $60,000. Because the trap isn't your salary, it's the gap, the distance between what you make and what you actually keep. So how do you break out? Not with some crypto moonshot, not with the 10 streams of income nonsense you see online. You break it with a simple, almost boring sequence. But boring is powerful. Step 1. Build a real emergency fund. I don't mean $400 in a savings account. I mean 3 to 6 months of your actual living expenses, minimum. Because the very first thing money buys you isn't luxury, it's leverage. When you have a cushion, you stop making desperate decisions. You get the power to say no. Step 2. Attack the gap. Your goal is not to feel rich. Your goal is to create margin.
Even if it's just $50 a week, even if it's 5% of your paycheck, that margin is the seed of your freedom. Step 3, convert that margin into assets, assets that can grow without your physical presence. For most people, the simplest, most effective option is buying low-cost index funds consistently over time. Not because it's exciting, because it works. You're building a machine that is designed to outpace inflation, a machine that works for you while you sleep. And here's the part nobody explains when you're starting out. At first, investing feels pointless. You put your money in, and it barely moves. It feels like you're pushing a boulder up a hill for nothing. But then, quietly, something changes. One day you'll check your account and realize your money made more this month than you did by stressing, grinding, and trying to be a good employee. And that moment rewires your brain, because you stop thinking like a worker and you start thinking like an owner. The system trap works because it keeps you just busy enough, just comfortable enough to not escape. It gives you comfort, but not freedom. It teaches you to chase a salary instead of building wealth. But once you see the trap, you can't unsee it. So here's the question I want to leave you with. If you lost your paycheck tomorrow, would your life still function? Because that answer, that tells you the truth. The goal isn't to hate your job. The goal is to build a life where your job is a choice, where you can do what you want, when you want, how you want, because you have options. That is what real wealth is.